This New York Jets team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
Hi, this is Merrill Hodge, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, baby.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Oh, hello, Jets fans.
We meet again.
How are we doing? Will I be high on the Jets or will I be low on the Jets?
It's interesting, right? Before we had a company policy, fuck the Jets. We got a little sucked in last year. I feel like. Well, at least I did. I was on the over on the Jets.
Oh, I thought you meant the fuck the Jets company policy.
Oh, we got a little lost, a little sidetracked.
Little brother.
But it wasn't.
I never really concerned myself with the Jets. They weren't really ever a thing that would even entered my purview.
Both New York teams have been so bad for so long.
I mean, my perspective is one that saw, have a shitload of success with teams in my young childhood, Giants included. Giants then take a long period of sucking. Then as I'm becoming an adult and learning about gambling in large format, the Giants have two tremendous Super Bowl runs.
Certainly.
So yeah, they've been bad for this. This is now another dry period, but guess what? Quarterback away. We might have that quarterback.
Yeah. And certainly the Jets, it's been a long drought for the New York football Jets.
You're in for the days of Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan.
Those really are some of the best Jets days. And I've been talking a lot about Mark Sanchez because these goddamn Justin Herbert fans are saying, "Oh, Mark Sanchez, he won playoff games. Does that mean he's good?"
Sean's entire offseason, I thought it was going to be the JJ McCarthy,
but then the
Vikings
Chargers
situation,
fans.
But then again,
who knew? They're all online. They're not going to be at SoFi Stadium.
Russian bots, dude. They're
not
just here to distract you.
Russia is.
They're not real.
They're running a campaign to get me off the scent. Of course, I'm going to stick up for my boy Jalen Hurts. I understand the Justin Herbert potential, but my God, win a playoff game, and then we can have a little.
That'd be a great
discussion.
Philly angle. That it's international. the Russians are coming after Jalen Hurts.
Oh, okay. I like that. Everyone's coming after.
I'm surprised you hadn't thought of it yet.
We'll talk Eagles when we get to them, but we're dead set locked in on the New York Jets 32 NFL team previews, and of course we're doing the phrase that pays.
Oh yeah,
very fun.
There was controversy.
What was the controversy?
I didn't go back and listen to the entire thing, but after getting some feedback that you had not said the word on one of the episodes, I went back and you bring it up in the beginning of the show and then we just blow right on by it. But then you circle back to it at the end.
Yeah. You got to listen to the whole episode.
No, but as if you said it earlier, because you even kind of shamed me for not remember. I didn't write it down. I was like, oh, I don't have the number.
But I did. Did I give it out or no?
Yes, it was given out during the episode. I'm just making that clear. Like we put it on a platter. We're talking about the phrase that pays, and then we just do not.
Oh, you got me distracted, Ryan, like you're doing now.
I know
the word
classic switch
and of course collect all 32 words in order.
Let me pull up my notepad. I don't know this phrase.
Put them in order, and then at the end of the 32 NFL team previews, you submit your phrase in order. If you have a correct phrase, you're entered into a drawing to win $1,000 Circa Future, open to anyone, legal gambling age in your country, Providence, whatever. Because I'll be just taking $1,000 and putting the ticket in for you, and then either holding on to it or mailing it. If you don't, if it's like $60 to mail, we'll talk. But
we'll throw in a secure location to store it.
Phrase that pays and AND. Very simple word. Yeah. Well, you got 32. Some some aren't the most fun, exciting words, but we got a lot to get to. We're going to talk some New York Jets football. Joining us on the line, New York Jets fan, but you know him, you love him from Fox Sports Radio and the BetMGM network, Jared Smith. Thank you, Jared. Appreciate you hopping on, man.
Man, fuck the Jets. Can I sign up for that adage too? I said bet the over on that F-bomb in this segment because of just how much, I guess,
therapy.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. I was trying to think of something harsher, but it's been a rough couple of years, guys. Feels like I see you guys in this spot every year, and hopes are high, and then they get low very quick.
We do have a couple like routine meetups with Jared planned. I feel like we always see him right before March Madness, maybe.
Yep.
Sign up weekend.
Well, and the last time I was, I think I texted you this, Jared, but Kramer and I are maniacs. We fly out to the VSiN show Friday night, and then oftentimes to accommodate youth soccer schedules, we take the first flight back. So, taking a 6 a.m. flight out of Vegas, you're up very early. We're usually up having a couple cocktails the night before. I hop in the Uber.
Oh yeah.
And there's a woman driver, a woman that I would not think is a diehard Fox Sports Radio fan, but she has you guys on. She's locked in, and I'm like, "You like these guys?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, they're awesome." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know the guys." I'm like, "Really?" So
that's an awesome story. So Rich Ornberger told a similar story. He was in town. I think they were playing UNLV one weekend. He does the play-by-play for San Diego State, the color commentary. And he got an Uber also to the airport, and he said he met someone who met the description of what you said and who likes Fox Sports Radio and who listens. So I guess around, and he was at Circa. So I think there's an Uber driver that hangs around Circa, large woman who you wouldn't expect to be a Fox Sports Radio fan. And I think Rich also had a ride with her as well, because I told Rich that story that you told me, and he echoed. He's like, "Wait a minute. I wonder if it's the same person who I met who also listens to our show."
Yeah,
crazy.
That would be a great bit for the show. Get it?
We told the story on air. We absolutely told the story on air.
Well, good times. Kramer, where do we start? We always recap 2024, see where things went right, went wrong for the Jets.
We've already kind of mentioned how the receipts that Robert Saleh had been saving. Hopefully he left him in the house when he moved back to the Bay.
So the win total is 9.5. Now I fell into the trap of, hey, Aaron Rodgers is going to be healthy. He can't be worse. He can't be worse than Zach Wilson, but then ends up the advanced numbers. I think they probably gave up on Saleh too quickly. I get it. They wanted to go all in. You start out 2-4, you lose to the Broncos. Although by that time I was on the Broncos, and I had Bo Nix fever. They were 5-12 straight up, 6-11 ATS. Obviously went under the total of 9.5. Kramer and I thought they could get to 10-7.
How foolish were we?
They underperformed their Pythag by a little bit. 6.7 was the number. But now it's like obviously a complete reset with getting Aaron Rodgers out. Robert Saleh, the defense really fell off. And again, one of the reasons I was optimistic about them last year was Robert Saleh with this defense. They had a shit ton of talent. They should be fine. And they were pretty good, the defense, while Robert Saleh was there. I'm laughing at Jared's face. He's not thrilled about the recap, but I thought their defense, once they got rid of Saleh, the defense really fell apart. But Rodgers had some moments, I guess, towards the end.
He played the whole season. That's the most remarkable thing to not remember.
Yeah, looking back at 5-12, you wouldn't think there would have been 17 Rodgers starts. Jared, what's your take on the 2024 season?
It was weird. I mean, the whole situation, how it played out, right? Like they fire Saleh 5 games in, which I thought was a very odd and hasty decision, right? Yeah. Like they lose week 1 to a very healthy 49ers team.
Yeah.
Then they beat the 2 teams they're supposed to beat, Patriots, Titans. Then that game to the Broncos in week 4 was wild. Yeah, like Zerline missed a very makeable field goal, which would have probably given them the win. Then they go to London, and you think, all right, Rodgers is playing like crap, but they hung in that game against the Vikings. Vikings turned out to be one of the best teams in the NFL, and then Saleh's gone right after that game. And then after that game, and through the first 5 weeks, the Jets defense was playing well. They're actually first in yards per play allowed through the first 5 weeks. Yeah. And then after that, like I drew a line and tracked it after that, 27th in yards per play from week 6 on. And the situation with Hackett was a disaster, right? Like he is one of the, Nathaniel Hackett will go down in infamy. He is one of the few head coaches fired before he finishes his first year. That does not happen often in the NFL. That is a rare thing to get fired. You don't even get 1 full year in the league as a head coach. And he got canned in Denver really quick. So the whole situation with Woody was just it was a complete clusterfuck. So I think you'll see some more. Hopefully there's some adults in the room now with Glenn and with Moogie, and hopefully there's a little more continuity, but it's a whole new scheme. They had a whole lot of upheaval in the offseason. So I'm optimistic that the culture will change, but I think the execution might be a little wonky in year 1.
So quick note on early training camp buzz. Braylon Allen looking very good for the fantasy heads out there. Do you know where Nathaniel Hackett got his start in the National Football League? For which coach?
That's a good. I don't know. I kind of
give you a hint. He opens boxes on the internet now.
Our buddy John Gruden.
Yeah. Can't get them all right.
With the Raiders. No, was it Gruden with the Raiders? No, it was
Gruden with the Bucks in 2006.
Yeah. And big picture. Like I kind of like what they did. They brought over the Tanner Engstrand.
So this is
passing game coordinator for the Lions.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
This is one of the teams that I'm glad I have the grid, right? We've been studying this offseason, making sure we know, because there are some new coaches that no one knew who they were before. Like you just mentioned.
Yeah, no, Tanner was not on my
Tanner. No one knew who Tanner was,
but their defensive coordinator, Steve Wilkes, who you remember from the being the defensive coordinator for the 49ers the year they went to the Super Bowl. So I think there's enough talent on this defense to keep it hanging around. Now it's obviously a lot is going to come down to Justin Fields and what they do for Justin Fields. I know Justin Fields, you could make a case he sucks, and I totally get it. But he holds on to the ball too long. Yeah. And it's Justin Fields. We also tossed on some key additions, key departures based off your fitness regimen that you've been putting out there, Jared. We got key additions: fasting, lifting weights, daily sunlight. We're getting rid. And maybe this is what the Jets should be doing: alcohol, carbs, processed breakfast.
Don't take my breakfast.
Breakfast.
Jared. I mean, I don't understand your war.
You don't need breakfast, bro.
I don't understand this war on breakfast.
Jared, as a guy who works with Ryan and Ryan works with me. If I didn't have breakfast, I'm a cranky bitch. So Ryan, you should. It's
on your head, bro. It's on your head. Yo, I went till 4:00 today before I had my first meal. Granted, I took a really long nap between like 2 and 4, but then I woke up and I ran 5 miles and I ate a huge meal and it was the best. It's amazing.
That is the the running. It's the way to optimize your life. But what about the Jets here? The Jets. Do we think it's going to come down to Justin Fields? Is he going to get rid of the football? That's usually the issue. But if you do what the Steelers did, if you get some read option stuff, and you lean into him as a rushing quarterback, Breece Hall and Braylon Allen, and then just play action to Garrett Wilson. That's a formula with an offensive line that I think is going to be okay. That's probably top 15 in the league. Jared, do you have any optimism for the offense?
Yeah, and I agree. I think it's less about time to throw. Because listen, there are quarterbacks that have success holding on to the ball. Hurts and Lamar are 2 guys that do it. I'm not comparing Justin Fields to either of those guys. But what I'm saying is there are paths to him being a little bit more tardy with his delivery and still the Jets offense having success. I think it's culture and it's running. Because when you think of the Lions, right? Eggstrom comes from the Lions. Glenn's coming from the Lions. There's a lot of Lions vibes on this team. And when you think of Detroit, in my opinion, it's offensive line run game. That's the culture. That's the identity of the Lions. And the Jets did that in the draft, right? They took the tackle first. They took the tackle first last year too. and the entire interior of the offensive line is back. I mean, honestly, I think the middle of that offensive line has a chance. Tippmann was great last year, played in all 17 games, and in both guards, Simpson and Vera Tucker, I think show promise. And you got the 2 bookend tackles. So to me, it's running first. And you mentioned Allen. We obviously know Breece Hall. I think Justin Fields' legs. If you want to look for a player prop to bet, forget about anyone else passing it, receiving it, rushing it. Look to the quarterback rushing yards. 650 for Fields feels like a really low number. I think you go 1,000, you get 5-1 on that. If now that's the bull case, right? The Jets have success. I think that's where it starts. I wouldn't look to the passing game as kind of the barometer for how this Jets offense does this year. I think it's early down runs. Can they confuse people with the run game? Can they be multiple? Can Fields utilize his legs effectively? And then I think you can counter that with a good passing attack off play action.
We act like Jared Goff has been a great post-snap processor his entire career.
They put him in a good spot.
Goff and Fields are probably more similar in that regard. And if the Lions had a quarterback like Justin Fields, what do you think they would do with him? Run the shit out of it.
Pound the rock.
You also draft Mason Taylor, which becomes an interesting piece depending on how that offense looks. But yeah, I think the physical running, I think that's why Braylon Allen maybe fits better than Breece Hall in some ways. And again, if I was trying to put my mind into Aaron Glenn, seems like a practical coach, if nothing else. That's kind of the Dan Campbell coaching tree, like practical dude who played the game. If you have Justin Fields and this is your first chance at coaching, you're gonna run the shit out of it. Like this is a 1-year lease.
Yes.
You didn't buy this car, you leased it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass on the right, on the shoulder. I'm gonna do some crazy ass shit. And yeah, I'm with Jared. Ceiling cases. I mean, Sean and I have discussed this on the pod and on the VSiN show, but ceiling cases on Justin Fields, whether it be rushing yards, rushing touchdowns.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leading the league in touchdowns, leading the division in touchdowns.
Yeah.
Very much interesting angle. And the one note I'll make on Steve Wilks. Steve Wilks also, like, he's been disrespected in his career.
Little chip on his shoulder.
A couple times, and one of those places sought after Robert Saleh to replace him.
Yeah.
So this is also a little bit of a chip on your shoulder revenge spot for Steve Wilks to kind of one up Robert Saleh's defense from last year.
I mean, look at it from a dating point of view. He got dumped by a girl.
Yep.
Then the girl brings in a guy he's good friends with. Then you go and hook up with his girlfriend. You don't think it's personal,
no,
right? Like, how
sure
could it
nothing.
not be?
There is a weird love
be?
triangle between the Niners, Saleh, Wilks, and the Jets. That's weird. That is a little weird.
And yeah, so I think that they clearly have the talent on the roster.
Now, like with Steve Wilks, when he's doing the interview, does he say, does he use like Robert Saleh as a reference? Hey, you know the guy you fired mid-season? He's my character. I think it's the NFL.
And you saw the sneaky acquisition of the offseason for me. They went and brought over Josh Reynolds.
Yeah.
Who was an interesting, big physical piece in that offense. Tells me they're going to do a lot. I mean, he's a big dude to line up there in the slot, bang some dudes around. Stone Smart. We like Stone Smart.
Yeah.
I mean, they're they're going to be physical, and I don't know how many wins they'll get, but I do like them to come out. I just want Justin Fields to have that 2 touchdown game right off the bat.
Yeah, we're gonna get some touchdown opportunities from him. I mean, I think the schedule early leads to it too. I mean, they've got 2 opportunities early for big upsets, and I'm not saying they're going to win those games at Tampa or against Buffalo, but you're going to see, those first 3 or 4 weeks before Engstrand's kind of trends and you can kind of pick out what he's doing. I think that's when the biggest upside is for Fields. It's those first 4 weeks before anyone can get a book on what Engstrand's trying to do. So that game against Pittsburgh obviously is going to have a whole lot of revenge narrative to it. But I really think those next 2 games against Buffalo and Tampa, where they're going to be big underdogs, those are the games where I think you get really good numbers on Fields anytime touchdowns.
Yeah. And going back to the field stuff, 6 games, he had 5 rushing touchdowns, including 2 games where he had 2 rushing touchdowns.
I mean,
I'm already on him to lead the league. And I'm sure we're going to have some more sprinkles when we talk about our favorite bets there. All right, let's get to the schedule. Before we do, of course, shout out to the Circa Million, Circa Survivor. Super fun. Come hang out. Maybe Jared will swing by. We're going to be out there August 21st through the 23rd.
Hell yeah.
Of course, sign up weekend, really fun weekend to be out in Vegas, to be out the Circa. If you sign up, they have a bunch of open bars, parties. We're going to be doing some live shows, our Feastin' show as well. It's a great hang. You can get 15% off your stay, promo code SGP15. And of course, if you're signing up for the contest, go to footballcontest.com, use the promo code SGP, get your $50 off your proxy fees. We just had Vegas Maddie on talking Raiders earlier. And they also had a deal where if you get knocked out of Survivor within the first 3 weeks, they have like a credit that they can kick back to you for next year.
No rebate.
Yeah, I think if you're knocked out week 1,
wow, I could have used that last year when I lost week 1 with the stupid Bengals.
Yeah, so
Jeez.
don't stay away from the Bengals week 1 and check out Football Contest. We're also brought to you, of course, by Underdog Fantasy. Head over to Underdog, great for the pick'em, higher lower. We can win 500x on the higher low pick'em, and the best ball. Awesome time, awesome way to play fantasy. It's just great. If you're bored, just fire up the Underdog app. You can get those drafts are pretty quick, and of course, $25 entry fee. You get a chance to win $2 million to first. It gets my football brain ready, locked in. Late July, early August. This is the time to just fire on some drafts, and of course, you get a nice bonus using our promo code UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGP. All right, Kramer.
Quick programming note.
Yeah,
Sean. If you're into the draft stuff, we will be, as the pros, involved in a pros versus Joe's draft Monday 6 p.m. on the West Coast.
And that's on the FFPC.
If you want to watch some pros draft,
you used to be a Joe.
Yeah.
Brian, now you're a pro. You are moving up in the world, bro.
It is true. I have participated in this contest as a pro.
Oh, really? Yeah. Former Joe.
Many moons ago, yes.
And we won. We didn't win last year, but we won 2 years ago. And they set gambling odds. We were like one of the long shots.
No, we were the long shot. Very disrespectful.
You had Joe's at shorter prices. That was bulletin board material. We killed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then last year we got fat and happy and went to our heads.
We did all right.
Still did all right. We were on the top half. I forget where we finished, but pros versus Joe's. Right. That's a fun one.
Let's talk schedule.
Right? Let's get to it. Win total. What are the odds here, Ryan?
Well, we're still sitting in the 6.5 zone. Make the playoffs plus 470, miss minus 700, 17-1 to win the division. The New York teams win the division parlay would pay off an astronomical amount. 100-1 to win the conference and 220-1 to win.
Throw the Knicks in to win the title. Why don't you? Once they get Giannis.
I mean, yeah, we can certainly get it extra juicy. Any other thoughts? Big picture on the schedule before we dive in, Sean.
No value on the win total. None. Absolutely none.
Not a ton to kind of middle of the road strength of schedule projected. Not the best in terms of net rest, but it nothing crazy.
No, I mean compared to some of these teams like the Raiders, where it was crazy net rest difference. Their strength of schedule, according to Sharp and the win totals, was right there, middle of the pack. Nothing jumped out at me weird wise as far as their schedule.
It stood out to me that they're only favored twice.
Yeah.
For a 6.5.
That's to be expected though. I mean, I think their schedule, I mean, they're not favored against any divisional teams, right? Even the home game against New England, they're a dog. So
which is interesting.
I mean, they're priced to be the worst team in their division. I mean, I think that's where the value is. I think the value is a division exacta where it's Buffalo 1, Jets 2.
Ooh.
To me, that's where, because going over 6.5, if they go over 6.5, they're probably not going to be a 4th place team.
Yeah.
So I feel like laying juice on that is not, or even coin flip. I would rather just bet them as a dog if I think they're going to win some of these games, or try to figure out if I can get a more juicier price on some kind of future. I don't think they can win the division. I don't think they can beat Buffalo.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think it's a wasted bet. You want to bet on them to make the playoffs plus 470? Okay. But what if everyone in that division sucks this year and the AFC West gets all the wild card teams, or the AFC North? And literally the second place team in the AFC East is 7-10 or 8-9. And the Bills go 13-4. Like you're wasting your plus 470 when you can go Buffalo. Like we know Buffalo's going 1. So Buffalo 1, Jets 2. I don't know what that is, but that would be
5-1.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's better than the make playoff price, frankly.
All right, Kramer, let's go through the first quadrant, first 4 games. What do we got?
First 4. A lot of Sunday action here. Starting out with a little double revenge will be on the minds of the quarterbacks of Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields.
They knew when they announced the schedule, as if there was any doubt he was going to sign there. It's like, all right, yeah, clearly Aaron Rodgers is signing with the Steelers.
Already have a piece of the Jets here. Then we have Buffalo coming to town, at Tampa, at Miami. We generally hate early trips to Florida. That's diabolical.
Back to back, too. That's rough, dude.
That's diabolical. Can they surprise Buffalo?
No.
Well, they always play. They normally play Buffalo tough, but it's that first game. I feel like is going to be an emotional game.
Can I sell you a tale?
Sure.
Well, Buffalo opens the season against Baltimore.
Okay.
Marquee game, Sunday Night Football. They then travel. So shortish week. They travel to New York to take on the Jets, the new look Jets. And then they have Miami on Thursday Night Football.
Ooh, I do like fading teams on the road with the Thursday.
They win 2 here?
Thursday look ahead. The Steelers one's interesting because I'm a Tomlin honk, admittedly.
That's a win.
But I would say
this might be Aaron Glenn's only win in the first half of the season.
But I would say Tomlin going up against Aaron Glenn, who's making his first. Tomlin is a seasoned coach, and he's going up against a guy making his first coaching his first game.
Also, someone that he got rid of the quarterback. He said, "I don't need you, Justin Fields."
Well, and it's a double revenge game, obviously for the quarterbacks. Very interesting there. I think that's going to be.
So 1. You're saying I should say 1 win.
1. Yeah, probably 1 and 3 the first quadrant. Jared, what are you doing here? Are you 1 and 3? And
part
4?
of me wants to say they start 2-0 and all the hype is there, and then they lose those next 2 games.
Pure Jets.
They go there, they beat Pittsburgh. Everyone's excited about the Jets, and then they, as Kramer alluded to, nice situational spot early with Buffalo. And then literally people are crowning the Jets as the next, Commanders. And then they go to Tampa and go to Miami and get their asses kicked back-to-back weeks. And all of a sudden we're back to 2-2. That to me would be very Jetsian of them to start that way.
I have been saying that Aaron Glenn will be the coach he will definitely be the coach of the year award winner after week 1.
After week 1, he'll jump to one of the favorite spots. And if they beat the Bills in week 2, he will be the favorite.
Well, and I was,
it's a great point.
I was listening to some O-line talk, and reminder, Tristan Wirfs re-aggravated his knee. So you are going up against a Bucs team without their starting left tackle. If there is a team that might be able to take advantage of that, could be the Jets here, and the Jets defense against Miami. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go 2-2. I'll
2-2. Let's go.
All right, Jared 2-2.
I'm gonna go off the rails from here, guys. Don't worry. Plenty of time for the Jets to be the Jets later on in the season when things.
I'll stay 1 and 3. I'll stay 1 and 3. Although I like this start 2-0. You know what? 2-2.
Yeah. 2-2. I mean, can you imagine what the vibes would be in the NFL world if the Jets start 2-0 with wins over the Steelers and the Bills? People would be losing their fucking minds.
Could they be this year's New Orleans Saints where they start out 2-0?
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
Justin Fields MVP.
Yeah.
All right. Dallas. Dallas coming to town.
That's a win.
I still think Dallas. I think goes 0-17 on my card. Then they travel across the pond to take on the Broncos in jolly old London. Which worth noting that both the Broncos and the Jets no bye after the trip across the pond.
I saw some data that says teams actually do pretty well in that scenario. Would you be surprised about that, Ryan? Warren Sharp wrote that up in his book. That teams are actually winning 70% of games.
Yeah, the teams that follow analytics I want to say even to the Vikings don't have a bye. No, the Vikings do have a bye after 2 weeks. It seems like the teams following the analytics are saying we'd rather, because I think the option is you can get the bye then, or you can choose where the bye will be. I think you have some control.
I would 100% rather choose where my bye is than get the auto bye after London. That
and so
is
I think
the better option. Yes.
I think some of these teams are rolling the dice.
Yes.
And
they've done well. Let me see if I can find the stat. I was reading it in Sharp's book the other day. I think it was about the Falcons because they were the ones coming back.
And then even to me, you want to travel early and then
13-5 straight up. So since 22 playing the week after international games, it's happened 18 times that you play the week after. 13-5 straight up, 11-7 ATS.
It's interesting that it's so good straight up. Like the spread has nothing to do with that.
And you would think that teams are getting undervalued in those spots because people are baking in some kind of bias against the travel.
It could be that the teams that they're going against are like, oh, they got to be tired. They're coming back.
Could be that. Yeah.
London game.
Yeah. 100%. Absolutely.
All right. So
what are you doing, Kramer?
Dallas, Denver, London game, Carolina at home. So 3 straight. I'm putting the quotes up. Home games there with 1 being played in London, and then at Cincy before the bye, right in the middle of the season. Man, the Cincy game. I can't imagine the Jets getting in too many shootouts. So I would imagine teams that are going to be able to stress high point totals are going to be problems for the Jets all year. So Cincy's an obvious loss. I don't know what to do about the Denver game.
Again, going back to, I know we have some optimism for Aaron Glenn, but Thursday Night Football, I feel like is always a tough spot for them. And then I feel like, I don't know if it may be worth digging out the trend, but I feel like
games for
rookie quarterbacks
coaches
and rookie head coaches do not do well in London. So going up against Sean Payton with a ton of experience, that's a lot, especially week 6 here as you're trying to figure out being an NFL head coach. So that would be skeptical. Cincinnati, man, they're a wild card. I think to me it's either 2 or 1 wins. Kramer, what are you doing?
Denver has to play Philly. Maybe they won't even go home, so they'll get their ass beat. Then they got to get on a plane and go to London.
See, it's a tough game. That's a tough spot after the Philly game. You're right, Ryan.
Physical. So maybe they can shock Denver. I mean,
there's multiple wins.
Those European wins they
were in London last year. Granted, different team. Denver, if you recall, did they take an international trip last year?
I don't think so. No.
I mean, you could argue that, and I think the Lions did go international last year, right?
Yeah. Oh, so you're right. Maybe they do have a little seasoning on them.
I think 2-2. I think they lose the Dallas game. I think they beat Denver and Carolina, and then Cincy's a bad spot. Cincy's got a Thursday night game the week prior, so they'll have extra rest for that game. And going into the bye, I think 2-2 feels right.
Kramer, are you hopping on the 2-2 train?
Well, you got the Panthers and the Cowboys.
I'll go 2-2. Come on, let's have some Jets wins.
Though. Could be a third. I think between the Buffalo game and the Denver game, they get one there.
I like Mike in the chat. 2-5-1.
There's a tie.
the predicting game, the Jets tie is very
tie. Only like one of those happens every 3 years.
Broncos, Jets.
Was there a tie last year?
No tie. No tie last
year. We discussed that prop.
Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't play it.
And what was the franchise who's never had a tie?
The Jags.
The Jags. Shout out to the Jets.
Easy in the chat says the Lions did not go international last year, which is helpful. I don't think Denver did either, but there are a lot of players on the Jets team who did.
I think just when a franchise does it, like the admins already know how to book the right hotels and
Woody's. I mean, let's be honest, he runs London, so he's.
I'm just saying,
he knows everyone.
Some of this is basic blocking and tackling. That's why an organization like the Jags can get good at it. Yes. Cleveland. At New England, at Baltimore, good old fashioned Northeast double or back-to-back road spot there. And then Atlanta at home. I mean, certainly, this time of year, Falcons coming outside, that's a winnable game.
Oh yeah.
Cleveland could be a complete dumpster fire. It's one of the 2 games they're favored. I don't know why the Patriots are getting all this love, but I'll respect the division chop the Patriot games up.
That's also a Thursday night game, and first-year head coaches do not do historically well in their first Thursday night game.
So this is probably another 2-2 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. I like them beating the Falcons. I'll go 2-2. I mean, I don't think to Jared's point, at New England, I'm not as high as the market on New England. We'll get to them later. Their win total being 8.5 is insane.
Wild.
But I do think Thursday night on the road is a tough spot for them. Now coming off the bye, I think that hasn't been as helpful as a post CBA. The coming off the bye not as strong, but I think for a rookie head coach, it might be all right. Joe Flacco potentially a revenge game, although he's got a lot of revenge.
Starting for Cleveland, if he's starting for Cleveland, the Jets are losing that game.
Well, that's the part of the. I mean, I think at this point you're probably getting someone else. Flacco's probably gone down, right?
Yeah. So
I think they're going to give Pickett the first reps there. Just I don't know if he'll make it to week 10, but I think Pickett gets the first crack at that job in Cleveland.
That would hurt.
They did trade for him.
That would hurt my projections. All right,
Kramer, last 5.
Well, final 5.
We're all 6-6 going into the last 5.
Dolphins coming to town towards the end of the season. You like that?
Yeah.
Then you have another back-to-back road spot here with at Jacksonville, at New Orleans, and then Patriots coming to town where the Patriots are somehow favored, and then at Buffalo. Bills. You want to talk about a team that could actually be in a position to not really need a game.
Yeah, their schedule's
a good point. That's a very good point.
They project to have a big gap on their division. I guess,
but they might be fighting for home field. And we also saw how important it was, right? The difference between Buffalo and Baltimore last year. Baltimore lost those terrible games to the Raiders and to the Browns and to Russell Wilson and the Steelers, and they beat Buffalo, but they didn't finish tied with the same record, and they had to go to Buffalo for that playoff game. And I don't know if that decided it, but the difference between that 2 and 3 seed is also huge. So I think it's tough to expect Buffalo to be playing for absolutely nothing in Week 18, but it's possible. It's possible.
I mean, even if I give Buffalo, Buffalo sweeps the Jets.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's still 3 wins here.
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
I think there's 2 for sure. Miami outside and then at New Orleans for sure. There's 2.
And I think they can hang against the Patriots.
They can hang at home against the Pats.
That's a chop.
So are we going 3-2, Ryan?
Wow. That means we're putting the Jets at 9-8. Oh man, I don't know. We might be a little too bullish here, guys.
Wait, hold on. I need to double check something.
I'm going 2-3 with these last 5 games just to keep myself on the sane side. I'll say the Jets go 8-9.
No, I had the Panthers beating the Jets, the Saints beating the Jets.
It's a back-to-back road spot.
I need to stay true to myself.
Back-to-back road spots.
It's
also a tough travel, back south, back north, back south.
Yeah.
I need to parlay it ahead of time. The Saints are going to beat the Panthers and the Jets week 15 and 16. So two wins for me then, Sean. 2 and 3.
I think 8 wins is a very fair projection for the Jets. That seems not bullish, but I think that's fair.
Yeah. I'm all over the Jets.
Did I end up over?
Yeah, we're all over. It's their win total is 6.5. Now they won. I mean,
maybe I have to go over on this team. Holy shit!
We need to get a montage of degenerate Dan commenting insane optimism.
I agree, Dan. Dan, you're talking to a person who literally go watch the film, go pull up the film from prior years, and be doing the show on Jets games where I'm trashing this team. I mean, this is weird. It's a weird feeling. It's weird.
This is the 4th team he's commented insane optimism at least.
Dan, we can't take the under on every team. We start with the bad teams.
Because there's actually more wins than there are bets.
That is true,
right? Like, it's always like 278.
If you want to arbitrage, just play all the unders.
Don't you tell me.
All right. Yeah. We're going to get to our favorite bets here for the 2025 New York Jets. Before we do, of course, shout out to mybookie.ag. Accepts customers from a ton of locations. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using that crypto. You can even check out the MyBookie Casino. 100% match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions do apply on the rollover bonus, so read the fine print. But mybookie.ag. Use them a ton. It's a great option, especially depending on your location. Easy deposit with that sweet Bitcoin. Even easier withdrawal. BTC is doing pretty good right now. Maybe take a couple of Satoshis over to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code SGPN. Help us out. Help yourself out. Get down a couple futures there. Great options over at mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna bet you, as our buddy CJ likes to say. And Rhythm is a great tool, especially if you're playing props. Because I mean, their MLB props have been doing very well. The WNBA player prop tool, very well. It's AI backed. They have a ton of data. Very smart. If you're crunching some numbers, you gotta help yourself out. Use a tool like Rhythm, and cannot wait to build my model for the NFL, Ryan. And I'm thinking maybe I'll take my model and just enter it in the Circa Million, because it's very easy to dial. Well, I'll have to like put in no Dallas Cowboys or something like that, because there's a couple teams I'm just never going to pick for the Circa Million. But Rhythm is great. Very easy to adjust the sliders. They build the model, they back test it and tell you, hey, you're on to something, or this model would have not done well, and then you can adjust. Or if you just want to be lazy and just like, hey, what is Rhythm like? The power trends have been on a heater. Start today. Get your 7-day free trial. You're gonna like it. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM.
Back to the Wilkes thing too. I don't know if you saw the comments that Sauce Gardner was making about it.
What did he say?
Never been pushed so hard in his life. Loves it.
Okay.
So
interesting.
Kramer. Yeah. Well, there was. I mean, clearly there's some personality stuff going on with the previous coaching.
Yeah, maybe Robert Saleh's a weirdo. He is a Kyle Shanahan guy, Sean. Like,
he does have 9 kids, which feels like a lot. But
who are you to judge?
No, I'm saying it just seems like
it is potent.
It seems like a lot of distractions.
Going for the Phillip Rivers record there.
Yeah, he's trying to smash Rivers' record. Kramer, where are you starting out here with the
Should
Jets?
we start with the Field stuff? Fields most touchdowns. It lets you brag a little CLV. The best you can do right now is,
I'm seeing 100-1.
I was going to say best you can do right now is 100-1.
Okay, Justin Fields, most rushing touchdowns, 100-1. And if you think, oh, it's crazy, look at the odds for like Hurts. He's right up there. It's, if you can get 15 rushing touchdowns, you're in this. So it's a fun dart throw.
They don't.
And also, you have a chance for injuries to the running backs, right? McCaffrey and those guys. Like I think those guys are more apt to get hurt. No, Fields probably just as apt to get hurt, but at least Fields is playing. McCaffrey hasn't finished the season in a while, so I think that's optimistic.
The calculus is, can you get to 15 rushing touchdowns, 16, and
Possible.
You absolutely can.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on, what was the pace last year? 6 touchdowns in 5 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'd be betting his touchdown prop every game the first 3 or 4 weeks.
Is anytime touchdown, first touchdown, if it's reasonable.
Every week, the first 4 games.
I can't imagine they give us a good. What are they? They're going to make it like even.
Probably a coin flip. I would say even odds. That would be my guess.
So they don't have him to lead the division in rushing touchdowns yet.
Oh, you don't?
Do they?
Yes. Well, let's see. Yeah, Justin Fields.
I'm staring right at it. Plus 750.
You want to do that one?
We're going to do that.
That's a really good one.
Well, because I mean, the idea that he has more rushing touchdowns than Devin Achan.
And who's on Buffalo? They don't have a main guy, right?
Josh Allen. He's got to be Josh Allen.
That's really the move.
But that, like, to me though, that's how I'm playing the ceiling case. Jared had, what did you have? 10 touchdowns at 5-1?
No, 1,000 rushing yards at 5-1. I think that's a good bet. I mean, his rushing yard prop that I found was 650. I mean, that's a double whammy right there. I'm gonna slam that one for 2 units probably.
Over 650 yards. Yeah,
650 rushing yards. I feel like if he's healthy, he can get that in the first 8 weeks before the bye.
Yeah.
That's only what 75 yards a game for 8 weeks. I mean, he can have a 125, 150 in there against one of these teams for sure. I think that's a really good bet. And then 5-1 on 1,000 yards, I think is another, fun one.
I mean, why? Yeah. Now obviously he can get hurt, but barring injury,
sure, of course.
He's just gonna run the football. There's no like, hey, we need to save him for something else.
Yeah, what are you saving him for? This is it. This is his last chance. This is his only chance, I think, of really being
win
starter
the game,
in the NFL.
right?
Smash it.
I mean, it's one of those things you can't not win games. That's how you lose your job. You got to go out there.
And I thought he was playing pretty decent. I guess I understand why they switched to Russell Wilson, but like,
yeah,
the accuracy and the efficiency and how long he held onto the ball and like playing within the structure of the offense. And like Arthur Smith is kind of a nerd with that. So I think that's why they benched him. But
he was playing.
The Jets don't care about that because there's nobody behind Fields who can play. So just go out there, kid, win us the game with your legs, preferably, not with your arm.
I mean, they signed him, right? Like they said, this is the guy we want.
Yeah, they paid him like.
I think they're giving him a second year too, but you know how those contracts are.
Well, yeah, the way that you do the NFL contracts is how whatever number of years it says, subtract one.
Subtract at least one, yeah.
So, but I mean, just the idea that at least now you're dealing with a situation where they wanted him, and I mean, you got to have some level of. Let's see what his contract looks like. So it's
not. I mean, he's only making $5 million this year.
No, but he will be on the team next year. It's at least it's a real 2 years.
It is.
So
yeah, I mean,
they invested.
Tyrod's behind him, like just in case something happens. But
Tyrod probably a better passer though. A little controversy in preseason. If they just commit to running him 15 times a game, I want all the bets that give me wins on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Ryan, officially so far, you got Justin Fields most rushing touchdowns, 100-1. Fields most rushing touchdowns, AFC East plus 750. Fields over 650 rush yards. Yep. What else are we getting down on?
Well, do you want to? Do you have any angles, suggestions?
Well, I do think because of the chance of Braylon Allen, like maybe things break right for Braylon Allen. You want a couple more dart throws? I will play Braylon Allen. Maybe there's a chance Braylon Allen has the David Montgomery role.
What's his price for touchdown?
Everyone strap in just for the AFC East. Braylon Allen to lead the division in rushing touchdowns, 80-1.
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
Whoa,
yes!
Whoa.
Come on! The Jets are going to pound the rock.
Now,
that is the strategy. There is zero doubt in my mind.
That now.
Just look at how bad Fields is throwing it and how much, I would say, firepower they have on the ground. Like that is the strength of the team. Is you have to defend. And I would do a pony package with Allen and Breece Hall on the field at the same time in split back and let Justin Fields be kind of the point man. Like that is the strength of your team. And that was the Lions' strength too. They had two elite backs and a great offensive line. And the one thing that the Lions didn't have was a quarterback who could run. So I think this Jets rushing game is going to be very dynamic.
Yeah. I mean, a world where it's like Raheem Mostert, David Montgomery. I mean, I don't think it's crazy. The Jets are going to pound the fucking rock. To Jared's points, like I like the field stuff, but because of the chance of injury, because I think Braylon Allen they like Braylon Allen. He's going to see the field. You got to play some of the stuff on Braylon Allen. So Braylon Allen, AFC East most rushing touchdowns, 80-1. Justin Fields most rushing touchdowns, AFC East at plus 750. The 1,000 rush yards at 5-1 that Jared found, and then most rushing touchdowns, which I already have the ticket there, 150-1. I like anything 100-1 and over, and I understand the case against taking their over, but I do think they get to 6 wins. So I'll officially be on the over 6.5 wins. Kramer, are you taking the over 6.5?
What did I am with 7?
You're at 8 and 9.
8 and 9.
Yeah. Gotta go over 6.5 wins.
Yeah,
but I like the Buffalo 1-2 exacta better. Frankly, I really do like.
Plus 500 on that one.
Yeah,
I guess I'm not completely. I don't know where I land on the Dolphins yet.
Okay, that's fair.
But I'm definitely looking for ways to fade the Patriots. So Buffalo 1, Jets 2 is a fun fade of them, and certainly I'm with you. Like no way. I mean, I think even if Josh Allen got injured, there's a decent chance they could still end up winning this division.
And with 8 wins, they could be in second place.
No, to Jared's point, like I don't like the playoff price. I think playing the exacta here at 1-2 with the Jets.
Put me down for that too, because the Dolphins have. I saw our buddy
Big Rob
Nick Diaz. Okay. Calling out the basement case for the Dolphins and the first coach fired market being Mike McDaniel. And you kind of can see that I think their highs can be pretty high as per usual.
And we've been talking about some of the long shot future stuff. And yes, if Tua's healthy for 17 games,
this is why Sean likes them.
Well, I do.
That is the biggest if of the entire NFL season, I think, right there.
And I'm not a Tua guy by any means. There's a ton of. I mean, Mike McDaniel could get fired. There's a ton of crazy ass issues going down in Miami, but they also have a bunch of talented guys. Win now team. It could work. So I think. And they're getting priced. I think they're like upside case is a little short. Would be my case on the Dolphins. I don't know where I'm at officially, but all right. So Jared, I got you down for Justin Fields 1,000 rush yards at 5-1.
Yep.
Little sprinkle on the Braylon Allen.
Have to. If you're on an 80-1 for the Jets, how can I not tell you?
Come on, you got to tail that. And then the exacta, the Bills Jets, they're at 5-1. Anything else you want to toss out?
Yeah, give me the over 650 for the rush yards too. That might be one of like the actual ones I give out to like some of my people too. Like, hey, listen, I think this is just mispriced. If Fields is healthy, this should be more like 850. And then I think the over. I gotta bet the over 6.5.
Yeah,
I mean, we've all kind of laid out this case where
the defense is good,
a little bit better than we think, and it would be ironic, right? Would they have 4 wins the first year? No, they had 7 wins without Rodgers. He got hurt. And he got hurt. And then I forget how many they had last year. They're 5 or 6,
7.
somewhere in that range.
Oh no, 5 and 12.
5 and 12 last year. So wouldn't it be funny if they won 8 without Rodgers and Fields? Like honestly, like that would just be so Jets.
That's the best.
One more put down for me. Week 1, Justin Fields rushing ladder.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no. Give me the Justin Fields anytime touchdown prop in like the first 3 games of the year for sure.
I'm just gonna write down Justin Fields week 1 rushing smash because
he's our ladder on VSiN.
Oh my god, 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns.
Think about it's against the Steelers. Think about how low the rushing yards.
Think how much he's gonna want it. Like they kicked him out. They didn't give him a shot.
Yeah.
He's finally going to somewhere where they want him.
Of the game is too for the Jets. I'll be betting Fields.
Yes. Well, and Aaron Glenn coming from the Dan Campbell, you don't think they want to get their guy in the end zone?
100%.
Yeah.
Big culture guy, Aaron Glenn. Big culture guy.
Anything else, Kramer, you want to toss in there? Feels like we got a nice little Jets portfolio.
Sorry, I was looking up the Justin. Oh, it's 9-1 first touchdown.
Oh, I've already bet it in my mind.
Let's go.
Oh my God, his anytime is 2-1.
I'm telling you, they don't know how to price Fields right.
That's not right.
That's a point flip to me.
They got Breece Hall plus 130, the chalk. I mean, Braylon Allen is plus 340.
Oh,
those Christ. 2 should be the favorite, Fields and Allen over.
Well, I didn't
need
to know that they opened all the first touchdown markets. Now I'm going to be busy for a little bit.
Oh man, we got a lot on our hands. Appreciate you hopping on, Jared, as always. Make sure you check out Jared, Fox Sports Radio, the Bet MGM Network. Give him a follow on X at Jared Smith Bets. Good times, Jared. Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate it as always. Kramer, what teams do we have coming up next?
Well, as we've been doing all week, 2-a-days. Thursday, Falcons and the Colts.
Ooh, okay.
Very interesting. And
Falcons, Colts,
and then off and back Sunday with the Dolphins.
All right, let's
shout out to Big Rob.
Appreciate everyone hanging out, tuning in. Make sure you keep up with the phrase that pays. I will toss it out there one more time for you. The word is A-N-D. Very easy. Write it down, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. 2-a-days continuing on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. And as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean Sagan, the Woody Green. He's Ryan.
We were high on the Jets and the Panthers, Sean.
Kramer, let it ride.
Wah, 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 wah.